It just teaches you so much. The resiliency that you have to have in life every day when you wake up and try to overcome that obstacle that's in front of you. It's the same way on the golf course. Nothing goes your way every day. I've just overcome so many things on the golf course. It just makes it feel like life's a lot easier. Started playing golf when I was 3. Parents gave me a plastic club and just had a nice natural swing, and my dad really enjoyed the game and kind of picked it up as a hobby after his playing days. My dad's Troy Taylor Sr., played at Ohio State 1981 through 85, was a pretty good basketball player. Pretty much everywhere I go, somebody recognizes him. It is just nice trying to have your name attached to that, but it makes me also want to work harder so I can try to make my name in a better place than his and kind of separate and make a name for myself.
Only thing we hear about, hey, you're going to be as good as your dad at Ohio State. That's all. So for him to create his own legacy, it's great, man. I think that's a big move. I have my time. It's my son's time.
When an opportunity came to come to Michigan State and it felt like home and the campus felt beautiful, it was just a no-brainer for me to come somewhere else where I can make a name for myself, but also just grow as a person outside of Columbus. Team player's the best player? It's definitely different for sure. Pretty much everywhere I go, I'm the only Black African-American person in the room. It definitely is a weird feeling to have, and if it wasn't for Andrew Walker, I would not be a Spartan, and I owe him everything. For sure, more than half the reason I came here to Michigan State.
I see Troy as more of like a little brother and a best friend. I met Troy when I was 15. Growing up, it was hard-pressed to ever find another African-American playing alongside you. Fast forward to college, Troy gets here. You know, we're an unprecedented golf team. We're a Division I golf team with 2 African Americans on it, and that's never been seen before. It's Troy's first collegiate event. He's, you know, just excited to be there.
We were on the putting green. Unfortunately, 2 guys from another team called us a racial slur, the N-word, and it just really like took me back because I've never had somebody say something like that. Really didn't know how to act towards it because I never really had to deal with that in that situation.
The thing that hurt me the most about that whole situation was thinking about it from Troy's perspective. To have someone just say that completely out of the blue, whenever I think about it, it really hurts. It was just a really sad moment to think that that's Troy's first experience in college golf.
He had called me on the phone, and I think in my mind, I was teaching at the time, so I heard him, but I'm like, did I really hear that he just said that? So I was just trying to keep it positive. I was like, well, TJ, just go out there and let your game do the talking. We were so happy that Andrew was also there for a couple years because I do think it would have been more difficult to navigate, especially that, by yourself.
To be able to lean on each other in that, I think, is the only silver lining of it. We both kind of walked out of the other side of that like, well, stuff like that still happens, and you know, we're gonna be good in spite of that.
That was perfect. It's definitely been a weird journey, but I think it made me tougher, but also it made me realize the love that I have to have for myself. Because if you don't love yourself, then nobody else is gonna really care about you. So it just made me have a deeper appreciation for who I am as a person and what my background and ethnicity is. For me, golf is super important to be inclusive. My biggest goal in life is just to have more people touch a golf club.
I think Troy is about as good as a person as you can get. He's a kind of a light in an area where there can be a lot of darkness, but kind of being that light, I think he already has and will continue to, you know, draw in a lot of people around him just because of the type of person that he is.
him being out there right now as a college guy, he really, really, really wants to help these black young kids get out there and play.
So I think he just really wants people involved, and I believe he'll do it too.
My legacy here, really just want to open that door for that next kid. The biggest thing for me is to have another kid that looks like me come play golf here. I think there's a first, and I don't think there's a last, and as long as I'm in that process of helping some kid get here, I think that would mean the world to me.